Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, it was the weekend of giving. The Red Knights Motorcycle Club took an important mission. Hear from the crew this morning.
Plus, Champion the Cure is celebrating its 13th year with a major goal of raising $1 million. Details ahead.
And not one, but two vehicle fires making headlines this Monday morning. Your local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for tuning in. Deuces Wild today, August 22nd of 2022. We are that close to September, and the temperatures seem to be sticking around. I thought the weekend was going to be the last of the summer temps.
I know. In the 10-day, we may have another beautiful weekend in store. So we're getting some rain in the meantime, which is always good.
Yeah, we need it for that drought, of course.
I know, of course.
Let's throw it over to Devin Biggs with the first check of our forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. A little bit of fog developing out this morning, mainly along the coast, so near the Bar Harbor area and over in parts of Rockland. So here's these areas right here, seeing about a mile or less for visibility in a few spots, though. So definitely be careful. We might see this get a little bit more widespread before the sun comes up later this morning, so it might be a little bit hard to see in a few areas. Meanwhile, though, we're watching some clouds moving in from the southwest, going toward the north and east, as we'll soon be watching for scattered showers and thunderstorms later on tonight. Today we will be dry. We will just have the clouds moving in, so maybe not too much sunshine on the way today as we're watching all this activity right here. Moving in from the west, going toward the east, the lightning tracker is on. Not a lot of lightning out there this morning, but we'll keep an eye on this as the system begins to move in from the southwest. So for today, increasing clouds by about 8 o'clock tonight. This line of showers and storms move in. And as we head towards tomorrow morning, that will begin to get out of here. But more fog will be on the way as we head towards tomorrow morning. The winds won't be a big deal, mainly out of the south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few gusts along the coast, and that will be about it overall. So for today, though, not too bad out there. We'll be in the lower 80s under a mostly cloudy sky with that south breeze overall at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tonight, that line of showers and storms moves in. Some decent rainfall on the way as well. We'll see lows in the middle 60s, some dense fog developing late. That northwest breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, though, middle 70s, a few scattered rain showers. Some clouds can also hang around from time to time, too. It's a small chance overall for those rain showers. We'll see a south breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour with high temperatures again in the middle 70s. In your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, increasing clouds. The rain chances arrive later on tonight. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Devin, thank you. First up this morning, a truck fire occurred yesterday in Rockport. The square body Chevy was ignited in flames around 9:32 Sunday morning. According to the Rockport Fire Department, the occupants got out quickly and safely. Traffic was allowed to pass the blaze on the same road while crews worked to put out that fire.
On Saturday afternoon, the Dexter Police Department responded to a call of a vehicle fire on Spring Street. No occupants were inside the vehicle were hurt. Mayo Ambulance, Dexter Fire Department, and Penobscot County Sheriff Troy Morton assisted with traffic control while firefighters got control of the flames.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office has released the identities of the people involved in the deadly crash in Dixmont Wednesday. It happened on Route 9 just after 12:30 Wednesday afternoon. Investigators have determined 34-year-old Andrew Clark of Belfast was traveling at a high rate of speed and making unsafe passes while traveling west. They say during one of his passes, Clark's car struck an oncoming vehicle driven by 74-year-old Doreen Spinney of Dixmont. Both people died at the scene. They were the only two occupants of the vehicle, and the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is still investigating.
A wildfire has been burning since at least Wednesday in the woods of Lynn, Massachusetts, which is adjacent to the town of Salem. According to the Lynn Fire Department, the Lynn Woods has been burning for days because of the drought conditions. The running fire has been continuously able to be knocked down with hand line hoses, but underground fire continues to pop up along the root system of the woods. Firefighters have been digging 7 to 10 inches down and are still finding the ground to be extremely hot and dry. Thousands of feet of fire hose are being stretched through the woods to get to the areas that are still burning. The Lynn Fire Department has been assisted by numerous other departments and has reported that they do not anticipate any structures to be involved.
Authorities are investigating a death in Presque Isle. At approximately 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon, the Presque Isle Police Department received a call about a deceased man at 17 Parsons Street. During their investigation, officers say they discovered a suspicious-looking package at the home. They vacated the home and shut down the road. A spokesperson says the state fire marshal's office is trying to determine who had the package and how the device got there. The Presque Isle Police Department is investigating the death.
A local motorcycle club held their second annual ride for charity Sunday. David Dagnalt has more.
The Red Knights are a motorcycle club fully comprised of first responders. Their goal? Give back to the community around them.
And that's our mission, is to just give back to our community in any way that we can.
Every year, the group hosts a ride for charity to raise funds for someone in the community. This year, the group is riding for Garrett Armstrong, a fourth grader and aspiring YouTuber who is battling acute lymphoblastic leukemia, a type of cancer where the bone marrow creates too many white blood cells.
He's from our community. He's a local boy, and honestly, he loves firefighting. He wants to be a firefighter when he gets older. He loves fire trucks. He loves everything about firefighting, and it fit our cause. It fit what we do.
The Red Knights and everyone else in Garrett's community banded together to raise donations for Garrett's treatment and for his family. More than 80 vehicles registered for the charity ride at $20 apiece. Those who were unable to ride gave private donations and participated in the auction that was also hosted by the Red Knights.
There's really no words to describe the support and love that the whole community, let alone the Red Knights, but statewide, countrywide. It's real overwhelming. It's really, thank goodness for everybody, for their support.
As of now, Garrett's family says he'll be able to attend school in the fall and get back to living a normal life.
After today's event, the Red Knights were able to raise over $5,000 for Garrett and his family. If anyone would still like to donate, a link can be found on the Red Knights website. In Brownville, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC 7 Fox 22.
Time is now 8:07. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, hear from the Assistant District Attorney on the punishment given out to a truck driver involved in the death of a state trooper.
But first is a quick look at your forecast. A high of 80 degrees for your Monday morning. Mostly cloudy skies. Showers and thunderstorms will move in this afternoon and be throughout the night. We'll see a low of 64. Tomorrow we're back up in the mid-70s with scattered showers.
Inflation, a broken supply chain, and high gas prices. Mainers everywhere are facing tough decisions about rising costs. Growing up as part of a small family business in Leeds, I learned what a struggling economy does to small businesses, jobs, and to working class people. And serving as a Marine in Afghanistan and Iraq taught me to stand strong for what's right in the face of adversity. I'm Jared Golden, and that's why in Congress, I'm an independent voice for you, taking on my own party to stand up for Maine families. I was the only Democrat to vote against trillions of dollars of President Biden's agenda because I knew it would make inflation worse. I've stood with law enforcement against defunding the police. I support cutting the gas tax and increasing domestic oil production. I'm working to lower prescription drug costs and standing firm against any cuts to Social Security and Medicare. I'll always be an independent fighter for you. I'm Jared Golden, and this is my family. I approve this message because when it comes to doing what's right for your family, I'll never back down.
At Dorsey Furniture, we believe value means more than a great price.
That's why we do what we do at Dorsey Furniture. That's why we're always updating our showroom with new pieces and new displays. That's why we're always eager to show you the latest furniture styles and newest fabrics.
Because we believe that your home should be beautiful.
Visit our showroom and experience Dorsey quality, Dorsey value, the Dorsey reputation. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A in Holden, and online at dorseyfurniture.com.
Let me clean it for you.
You have a great attention to detail. I want you on call.
Don't do this. What other option do we have? I'm not gonna let anything happen to our family. No one can ever know the truth.
That's bad news.
The Cleaning Lady. All new episodes Monday, September 19th on Fox, and watch season 1 anytime.
A Presque Isle man was found guilty of a 2019 double murder, and he was in court on Friday. According to defense attorney Vern Parody, on Friday, a jury found Bobby Nightingale guilty of murdering 25-year-old Alan Curtis and 51-year-old Roger Ellis, whose bodies were found on State Road in Castle Hill back in 2019. Multiple witnesses testified to seeing and hearing gunshots prior to the discovery of both bodies. The prosecution also argued that Nightingale identified a four-wheeler found at the scene as his own property. It's unclear at this time when he will be sentenced.
A man charged with robbing a bank in Brewer was sentenced on Friday. 51-year-old Timothy Larrabee of Brewer was arrested for allegedly entering the Bangor Savings Bank, located at 425 Wilson Street in Brewer, and threatening a teller. Court records show he obtained more than $1,400 before running from the bank. Larrabee was in court for 8 separate cases and a variety of charges, including the bank robbery. Penobscot County Assistant District Attorney Christopher Almy says Larrabee has shown a pattern of reoffending.
What concerns us in this law enforcement community is because of the jails being so full, because of the pandemic, because of COVID-19, we're not able to process these cases, and so people are out committing crimes one after the other without it being held accountable.
Larrabee pleaded guilty as part of a plea agreement. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
A truck driver faced a judge in Bangor Superior Court for the accidental death of a state police detective. A.J. Douglas spoke to the assistant district attorney following the punishment.
Friday, Scott Willett accepted responsibility for causing fatal injuries to state police detective Bill Campbell.
I can't even begin to say how sorry I am to the family and everybody. It was an accident that I never would have ever imagined, and I just feel so bad myself. I have to deal with this too every day. I don't, not a day goes by I don't think about it. And I am so sorry to everybody that's involved. I never ever would have imagined hurting anyone.
Willett was charged with death by violation and additional traffic offenses due to equipment failures after Willett's logging truck lost 2 wheels and tire assemblies on April 3, 2019. One wheel violently struck Ben Campbell and ultimately caused Campbell's death. A judge ordered Willett to pay $15,000 and the suspension of his license for 6 months. Assistant District Attorney Christopher Almy says he understands questions might be raised concerning Willett's sentencing terms.
And based upon the evidence that we had, we felt that the appropriate charge was death by violation. That's a new statute that the legislature enacted in the past 15, 20 years. And we felt that it was the appropriate charge for this case.
Almy explains no one wins in this case of accidental death.
This has been a tremendously emotional time for a lot of people. We lost a dear person. He was well loved by his family, by the state troopers that worked with him, by people in our community and his community.
Almy says he knows the tragic events from April 3, 2019 will stay with Willett beyond Friday's conviction.
The defendant appeared to be remorseful. I think it bothers him about what happened. Ben Campbell died right in front of him, and that's going to be on his conscience for a long, long time.
Willett was ordered to pay $25 a month beginning September 2nd and $100 a month beginning April 3rd until fines have been paid in full. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
The time is now 8:13. Coming up after the break, we love our blueberries here in Maine, so we took a trip to Machias as the town brought back its Blueberry Festival.
Plus, delays have been a major source of frustration for travelers in airports across the nation. Hear the plan going forward from the federal government when we return.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday, all-day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with french fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with french fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-headed pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ presents the latest in photo booth technology with the all-new 2022 Air Booth. Print out everyone's pictures in beautiful full full-color photos and have them sent directly to your phone. The new Air Booth is available for weddings, birthdays, class reunions, anniversaries, and corporate events with some of the best and most fun props around. You can book the Air Booth, limousine, and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deals. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ. The ABC7 at Fox 22 Ultimate Backyard Barbecue giveaway is back. 5 lucky winners will take home $100 in quality meats from WA Bean & Sons. In addition, 1 lucky winner will win a grand prize of a brand new Weber gas grill. All you need to do to become a winner is stop by and fill out an entry form at Herman Meadow Golf Club, Billings Road, Herman, Maine's most family-friendly golf course, or Chase's Family Restaurant and the Hideaway Lounge, open for dine-in, takeout, or curbside. Make your summer barbecue ultimate with ABC7 and Fox 22.
LAFD, we will come to you.
An emergency is the absence of choice, robbing us of our safety.
I can feel it coming. Get off the field!
Oh my God.
911 season premiere September 19th on Fox. Watch anytime. All seasons available on Hulu.
With picture-perfect weather, the town of Machias hosts its first Wild Blueberry Festival in the past 2 years. Matthew Jurancic has the story.
I'm here at the Machias Blueberry Festival, and after 2 years, people are excited that the festival is back.
It's just something that everybody gets out, especially now since COVID, from the last couple of years that we were down, they didn't operate. So it's good to be back.
The Machias Wild Blueberry Festival kicked off a weekend of festivities Friday morning after being canceled the past 2 years due to the pandemic. For Ellen Farnsworth, being able to bring back the event is a great thing for the community.
It impacts the entire community and surrounding communities. So it's really a big deal. It was very difficult for all of us to not have the festival for the past 2 years. Not only that, we missed the community spirit.
According to Farnsworth, the Wild Blueberry Festival attracts more people to Machias than any other event, as the town population of 2,000 residents rises to 15,000 throughout the weekend. Gardner says the event also serves as a great way to showcase local artists and vendors.
It's a lot of local flavor here, I mean, a lot of the vendors here are from the area and stuff like that, and everybody's friendly. So I mean, it's a pleasant experience as far as I can see for the fairgoers to get to buy different products, whether being my product or like the blueberry stuff. They got pies and jams and jellies and all that stuff.
Participants got the chance to browse the various vendors that set up shop for the day, from woodworkers to homemade jewelers. First-time visitor Jacob Zielinski says the event provides family-friendly fun.
This was a way to kind of connect with our family, and to come here was a gift.
And as you can see behind me, people are still coming out to this festival, which will run all weekend and include the Wild Blueberry Run and the well-known pie eating contest. Reporting from Machias, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
The time is now 8:18.
Now let's bring in our favorite meteorologist. His name is Devin Biggs, and he has the latest forecast this Monday morning.
Good morning, Devin.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, there's a look at the fog again this morning, mainly near Bar Harbor and Rockland as of earlier this morning. Other areas we may have to watch out for some patchy dense fog in a few spots. There's no advisories in effect as of this update, though, so we're looking pretty decent out there overall for everyone else. We just got to watch out for the fog that will go away soon. But clouds are moving in from the southwest, going toward the north and east, and that's because we are watching another system moving in from the southwest, going toward the north and east, and this will bring in some scattered showers and thunderstorms that'll be on the way as well, and of course some up and down swings of the dew points and the temperatures too. So here's this area of low pressure here moving to the north and east. So by later on tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible with some decent rainfall that'll be on the way too, which is good news. Here's the latest drought monitor out there. We're still moderate to severe drought across a good part of the state, so we'll up to maybe an inch of rainfall on the way. This will be some good news from many areas that have been seeing drought. But it's calm out there this morning. Look at the wave height. It's only at around 2 feet according to many of the buoys out there, so it's quiet out there this morning, hence why there's no small craft advisories in effect. Water temperatures are pretty decent too, in the upper 60s, so if you're looking to do some swimming, a little cool, but overall not too bad moving forward for August. But again, maybe a few gusty winds on the way, so maybe some gusts reaching up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour, maybe close to 20 miles per hour along the coast as we move forward again. But as we head towards Tuesday, maybe a few gusty winds again, but nothing too extreme on the way anytime soon. Alright, our average high temperature is now 79 degrees. We'll be in the lower 80s today, so not too far away from our average high. Cooling off a little bit on Tuesday after the chance for rain moves in. Then lower into middle 80s Wednesday into Thursday, falling back a little bit by Friday and a Saturday. Again, the upper 70s, lower 80s on the way again. As we head towards your Sunday, dew points will be up and down a little bit too. Look at these dew points getting up into the 60s for the next few days, so then really shooting up to the middle of the upper 60s by Wednesday, getting close to the 70s by Thursday before a system moves through and drops us back into more comfortable territory by Friday, then shooting right back up into the lower 60s again as we head towards your Saturday. UV-Next forecast for today, despite the clouds, will be at a 6 as considered high. A burn time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Futurecast for today, though, some clouds will be on the way today. By about 7 to 8 o'clock tonight, this rain of showers and thunderstorms moves in. They'll watch for some heavy downpours from time to time, too. We'll get that through overnight, but a few scattered showers lingering into the morning period tomorrow, some fog as well. But throughout the day, the rain chances will gradually back off, and maybe some sunshine will try to peek out. It will struggle in a few spots, but the sun will try to peek out later on. Maybe a few more scattered showers on the way as we head towards parts of Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Overall, a pretty small chance. But the rainfall chances looking pretty good out there, up to 1, maybe 2 inches in a few spots before we're all finished up. This is over drought-stricken areas, so this is some good news that's on the way. So a forecast for today, lower 80s, mostly cloudy with that south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 60s, showers and thunderstorms, some dense fog as well. Northwest breeze at about 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, middle 70s, scattered rain showers in a few spots and gradual clearing in a few spots too. Maybe a few pop-up showers and a few rumbles of thunder by tomorrow night too, with that south breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. More storms on the way as we head towards Wednesday. Highs in the low 80s. A smaller chance for storms on Thursday. Otherwise partly cloudy. The more storms again by Friday. Highs in the upper 70s.
My mom is 81 and she's having trouble walking, taking care of herself. There are expectations. You gotta kind of shut down your emotion and just do what needs to be done. I love my mom, but I need some help.
When the Coach House Restaurant wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. The Coach House Restaurant, family dining at its best with fine home-cooked meals, delicious homemade desserts, and a large menu of tasty offerings for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero-turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to battery power, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel, or Newport.
It takes all types to play Family Feud, the Doghouse Daddy.
What's the least sexy thing your wife has ever worn?
Granny panties, Steve.
The Family Blabbermouth.
Grandma's sick of Grandpa falling asleep in the middle of what?
Going to the bathroom.
Hyman, get up off this toilet!
See all the types on Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
And we're back, starting with your local sports. We're less than 2 weeks away from UMaine football's first game of the season, and their wide receivers room looks a little different this season than it did last fall. Tyler Cruz joins us with the story.
And I told those guys to start a camp. You know, in my time here, it's the deepest room I've seen.
It's no secret that Maine football is going to look a little different in 2022. And the wide receiver group is no exception, with Andre Miller now catching passes from Daniel Jones and Devin Young heading to Sacred Heart. There's a new group looking to carry the tradition.
I feel like we have everything that we need. Our goal is to keep on the top flight legacy, carry on what Devin and Dre brought.
The guys they do have, though, are providing quarterback Joe Fagnano and the offense with more answers than they are questions.
For some reason, there's been a lot of questions in that room, but to me, there's been a lot of guys just working hard, and they really haven't lost a step. So I think it should be exciting to play with that group.
Among those in the room are newcomer Kobe White, a graduate transfer from Boston College, who has impressed both his quarterback and his coaches early on.
He works really hard. He's understanding the offense. He's always in the film room. So I think just his study of the game, just shows out to me, and I think it shows on the field.
Transferring in, still learning everything, but just playing fast, older guy, starting to lead the group a little bit.
And for White, coming into his first healthy season in a few years, he's just pumped for the opportunity to throw on the pads and do what he can to help the squad.
I used to take it for granted, and every time I put the pads on, whether it be practice, some days you're like, you don't want to be out here, but I really realized it's a blessing because this game is not going to go on much longer.
Another key guy is grad senior Xavier Scott, who impressed last year under Young and Miller, and he's looking to take a jump as one of the leaders in the receiver room.
I feel like it's my job as a returner to help bring other guys along. It's never a one-man show, and to make sure that that's always emphasized, that we're all doing this together. We're only as strong as our weakest link at the end of the day.
But overall, no matter who you ask, that room is deep. And Fagnano and Flores trust that the guys out there are more than capable of doing their jobs.
There's six guys that come to mind, when I think of the receivers that I can go out there and I can trust to go make plays. So to me, I'm just going to throw it to the open guy.
Yeah, that ball's going to get spread out, and the guys who are playing the best are going to play, and the guys who are making the plays are going to play for us.
Reporting from Orono, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Dennis Rodman is back in the headlines. The Basketball Hall of Famer turned unofficial ambassador. He claims he's headed to Russia to help free WNBA star Brittany Griner, who's serving time in Russia on drug charges. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the story.
This morning, a State Department official tells ABC News they're aware of reports that Dennis Rodman intends to travel to Russia after the former NBA star said he planned to travel to the country to help secure the release of Brittany Griner. I got permission to go to Russia to help that girl. I'm trying to go this week, Rodman told NBC, adding, I know Putin too well. The U.S. travel advisory for Russia remains at a level 4, meaning do not travel. But Americans are still able to travel to the country. Officials warn Rodman's interference could do more harm than good for Griner. A senior Biden administration official saying it is public information that the administration has made a significant offer to the Russians, and anything other than negotiating further through the established channel is likely to complicate and hinder release efforts. In the past decade, the 5-time NBA champion has made multiple visits to North Korea, developing a relationship with dictator Kim Jong-un.
It's a friend of mine. Okay, great. I don't look at the political side about him.
Rodman credits himself with helping to secure the release of American Kenneth Bae from North Korea in 2014, who was arrested on dubious charges in 2012. Rodman appeared to side with North Korea while discussing Bae's case.
Do you understand what he did?
What did he do? You tell me.
Country.
Rodman later apologized, but Bae said he was thankful for Rodman's comments.
Well, I thank Dennis Rodman for being a catalyst for my release because his rant, my media attention on my plight was increased.
As for the official talks on Brittany Griner's case, former UN Ambassador Bill Richardson has said he is optimistic about chances for a prisoner swap with Russia.
Now to the quarterback who isn't there. NFL legend Tom Brady not at the Buccaneers training camp and missing preseason games. ABC's Phil Lipoff takes a look.
Four-man rush for the Titans. Looks like Trask Can was hit, and it's picked off.
This morning, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 0-2 this preseason. No wins,
And so far, no Tom Brady, the star quarterback's absence looming over, well, everything. The GOAT and 7-time Super Bowl champion excused with permission from his second preseason game with the Bucs. Head coach Todd Bowles saying this was a planned absence.
He's going to deal with some personal things. This is something we talked about before training camp started.
Okay, but when will he be back?
Sometime after Tennessee. There's no definitive date for me.
The ambiguous timetable not doing much to soothe anxious fans. In fact, social media buzzing with one possible theory.
I think Tom Brady right now cannot tell anyone where he is, and the team can't, because he is.
The GOAT taking time off to be the Masked Singer? Gronk did it, so it's possible, right? Just a theory. Whatever the reason, he's not on the field.
I'm concerned about Brady being the guy that sets the tone, that sets the agenda for the rest of the locker room.
After 22 seasons in the NFL, the legendary quarterback announcing his retirement in February, only to shock the sports world by returning to the Bucs just 40 days later.
I don't think it's worrisome. I just think it kind of makes no sense. And the fact that no one is telling us anything, I think, adds to the drama and the mystery of it all.
The Bucs start the regular season out in Dallas on September 11th. And if Tom Brady makes that start, he will break yet another record. He will be the oldest NFL quarterback ever to start a regular season game. At that time, he'll be 45 years old.
And that's it for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
In life, many things matter. Black lives matter. Asian and Caucasian lives matter. Police officers and firefighters matter. Youngsters and senior citizen lives matter. Think about it. Every life matters. And it all begins, first in Maine and everywhere, when the protection of the unborn matters.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time country fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover-Foxcroft. This reminder brought to you by Puritan Medical Products Company, maker of disposable medical devices since 1919, is hiring. Log on to PuritanMedicalProducts.com today. And McCusick Petroleum in Dover-Foxcroft, offering oil, propane, kerosene, motor oil, and burner service. Call 564-3406.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Happy Monday. It's August 22nd of 2022. There's still a month left of summer. As we approach September, we've got a little history for you. Sticking in New England, he's known as Yaz, Baseball Hall of Famer, and Red Sox superstar Carl Yastrzemski turns 83 years old today, and former Patriots coach Bill Parcells is 81.
The movie version of Stephen King's Stand By Me came out 37 years ago today. That's one I've heard a lot about and never seen.
Ooh.
Actor Ty Burrell, Phil Dunphy on TV's Modern Family, is 55. It's National Eat a Peach Day. It's National Tooth Fairy Day. And we've all been waiting for this one. Today is World Plant Milk Day.
That's a pretty good one. You already ate your peaches, though.
I did. I ate some of it. It's so ripe that it tastes a little funky.
Oh, okay.
But they're really in season right now. And on the Tooth Fairy aspect, I wonder if it's their birthday or if it's just a National Appreciation Day because they have no days off. I don't really know.
Yeah, that is true. No days off for the Tooth Fairy.
Honestly, I know. It's
running and gunning all the time.
Last block I said it's a Monday, but I was like, no, the Tooth Fairy, if somebody loses a tooth, they gotta come in for duty. It's a Sunday too.
So. Oh yeah, 7 days a week, 24-hour schedule.
Honestly.
Always rocking.
Yeah. I can't work like that. I couldn't be the Tooth Fairy.
It's a tough job.
Yeah.
Gotta give credit
yes.
where credit's due, you know.
And today's the day.
I know.
Well, let's turn it over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Good morning, Devin.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. A little bit of fog developing out this morning, mainly along the coast, so near the Bar Harbor area and over in parts of Rockland. So here's these areas right here, seeing about a mile or less for visibility in a few spots, though. So definitely be careful. We might see this get a little bit more widespread before the sun comes up later this morning, so it might be a little bit hard to see in a few areas. Meanwhile, though, we're watching some clouds moving in from the southwest, going toward the north and east, as we'll soon be watching for scattered showers and thunderstorms later on tonight. Today we will be dry. We will just have the clouds moving in, so maybe not too much sunshine on the way today as we're watching all this activity right here. Moving in from the west, going toward the east, the lightning tracker is on. Not a lot of lightning out there this morning, but we'll keep an eye on this as the system begins to move in from the southwest. So for today, increasing clouds by about 8 o'clock tonight. This line of showers and storms move in, and as we head towards tomorrow morning, that will begin to get out of here. But more fog will be on the way as we head towards tomorrow morning. The winds won't be a big deal, mainly out of the south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few gusts along the coast, and that will be about it overall. So for today, though, not too bad out there. We'll be in the lower 80s under a mostly cloudy sky, with that south breeze overall at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tonight, that line of showers and storms moves in. Some decent rainfall on the way as well. We'll see lows in the middle 60s, some dense fog developing late. That northwest breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, though, middle 70s, a few scattered rain showers. Some clouds can also hang around from time to time, too. It's a small chance overall for those rain showers. We'll see a south breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour with high temperatures again in the middle 70s. In your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, increasing clouds. The rain chances arrive later on tonight. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin.
And we are less than a week away before students return back to school. We get a chance to speak to one of the school administrators who tells us safety is always a top priority. School Safety and Communications Director for Bangor School Departments, Ray Finney, says the district has had a safety plan established for years for all 11 schools throughout the city. Each plan differs per school location and is confidential to the public. However, Finney says it's important that parents know the proper language used for standard response protocols.
The Bangor School Department works to provide parents and students with the most up-to-date information when making adjustments to a safety plan.
After something happens in the world, we look at our plan and we learn from those instances. So looking at things that happened in May in Texas and looking at how we can build our plan and make it better and make our students safer. I want to make sure there's a common language between parents, students, and staff.
Parents interested in learning more about their child's safety plan should contact their school's principal or the Bangor School Department at 992-4152. Saturday, Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center celebrated its 13th year raising funds for the Champion the Cure initiative.
A.J. Douglas spoke to leaders to learn why these fundraising events are so special to the community.
There are a lot of children out there that need help and a lot of families that need support.
Rage P.B. Haskell Children's Cancer and Treatment Center was named after Anita Haskell's son after he lost his battle with cancer at a young age. Since then, Anita has made it her mission to help other parents of cancer patients.
I realized how hard it was for the patient as well as the family, and I just have felt compelled ever since.
Rand O'Leary, president of Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center, says the money raised will go towards the purchase of a unique device used as a diagnostic tool for cancer patients.
It's vital in that it allows us to treat more patients than we would normally be able to treat. And here at the Lafayette Family Cancer Institute, we treat patients from really all over the state of Maine.
An anonymous donor has offered to match up to $250,000 in funds. O'Leary credits all donors throughout the community for the cancer program and center.
Without their support, we really couldn't do this. And so we're just very, very pleased that everyone's turned out today. And it's a beautiful day.
To learn more about fundraising opportunities coming up, log on to our website at foxbangor.com. In Brewer, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
If you're looking to escape the crowd and get more of a true wild blueberry festival experience, look no further than Welch's Farm. The family-owned farm has been part of co-owner Lisa Haskell's family for more than 100 years, and it was acquired back in 1912.
Besides growing, the family gives tours of the property to show what it takes to care for wild blueberries. Haskell says that she wants people to understand the uniqueness of these fruits.
The things that I really like to address with our guests that come to visit the farm is that how special these blueberries are. The fact that they are one of the best fruit that you can eat for health, but also just the amazing qualities and that these blueberries have.
Be sure to check out Welch Farm's website and Facebook page for more information and up-to-date events. Still to come here this morning, delays has been a major source of frustration for travelers. Hear the plan going forward from the federal government when we return.
But first, here's a quick look at your forecast. A high of 80 degrees, mostly cloudy skies today. Tonight, those storms and thunderstorms will be moving in, a low of 64. Tomorrow, we're back up in the mid-70s with more showers on the way.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time county fair featuring farm, steer, and ox pulls, pedal tractor pulls, truck pulls, a pig scramble, and much more. Fun rides on the Midway and daily and nightly entertainment. The Piscataquis Valley Fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover Foxcroft.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50.
I get used to this.
So that's good. Make sure your happiness lives as long as you do. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
Whenever Maine Wood Floors wants to know the weather, they log on to foxbangor.com. Whether you're searching to add beauty with a new hardwood floor or need to restore your old one, Maine Wood Floors is your hardwood flooring expert in Mid-Coast Maine.
On the next Last Man Standing, the name of the game is Escape.
Maybe we're supposed to type those letters into the typewriter. E-Y-P-E.
And time is running out.
It says 5:20. Let's set the hands of this clock to 5:20.
Okay, I really don't think that...
How do they keep doing this?
I don't know. It's like the chicken who wins a tic-tac-toe.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time county fair featuring farm, steer, and ox pulls, pedal tractor pulls, truck pulls, a pig scramble, and much more. Fun rides on the Midway and daily and nightly entertainment. The Piscataquis Valley Fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover Foxcroft.
LEGO Masters is back. We are going to blow your minds.
Vote! LEGO Masters premieres September 21st on Fox.
Somali security forces say the violence in Mogadishu is over after suspected terrorist gunmen stormed a hotel Friday night.
Fox's Trey Yingst has the latest.
That's right. After more than 30 hours, a siege in the Somalian capital of Mogadishu is over. At least 20 people were killed and dozens more injured after gunmen stormed the Hyatt Hotel. The suspected al-Shabaab militants immediately took hostages as local security forces worked to rescue civilians inside. There were explosions and exchanges of gunfire, with one eyewitness saying a stairwell was purposely blown up to prevent people from escaping. Over 100 people in total were freed. Many of them had locked themselves in rooms on the upper floors of the hotel. Though still, this is one of the worst hotel attacks in Somalia's history.
There have been many innocent civilian deaths in this attack, but the real number of victims will be shared in detail by the Ministry of Health. But we share the pain of the bereaved families.
With the continued threat of terrorism in Somalia, the United States routinely operates against al-Shabaab in the country. Earlier this month, the Americans carried out 3 separate drone strikes against the group, killing a reported 13 militants. In May, President Biden redeployed hundreds of American troops to Somalia to help the local military with their efforts to fight al-Shabaab. Senior administration officials have declined to provide the exact number of American forces in country. Following that hotel attack over the weekend in Somalia, it's important to remember al-Shabaab is now attacking neighboring Ethiopia, trying to capitalize on internal turmoil there. In Jerusalem, Trey Yingst, Fox News.
If you've been to an airport at all this year, there's a good chance it wasn't an entirely positive experience.
Delays have been a major source of frustration for travelers who are getting stranded far from home, often with little to no compensation for the disruption.
Now the federal government is taking steps to address the problem. Fox's Charles Watson has the story from Atlanta.
It's been a summer filled with headaches for air travelers, and now the White House is taking steps to make sure it doesn't happen again. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg issuing an ultimatum to airlines to address ongoing issues with disrupted flights, calling their track record unacceptable, saying that if carriers can improve their service, the government will do it for them.
The message to the airlines is that you've got to make it easier for passengers to understand their rights, and you've got to support passengers when they experience delays or cancellations.
The department looking at drafting new rules which would expand passenger rights, including meal vouchers and even refunds for delays of 3 hours or more and hotel stays for overnight delays. Nearly a quarter of all domestic flights were delayed in the first 6 months of this year, and just over 3% were canceled. The DOT says airlines share most of the blame over scheduling flights without enough pilots to fly them. Passenger complaints have soared this year, and travelers are often unaware of what their options are if their flight is disrupted.
When we're traveling for things like work and even pleasure, you don't really have the flexibility to be like, okay, my flight's canceled, now I'll just do this later.
It's horrible. It's like you cannot reach out. There's nobody you can contact. It feels ridiculous.
The DOT will launch a new website in the coming weeks where Americans can find out exactly what each airline offers. In Atlanta, Charles Watson, Fox News.
After the break, we have your upbeat stories, and we'll see what deals are hitting the stores ahead of the school year.
We'll be right back.
Inflation, a broken supply chain, and high gas prices. Mainers everywhere are facing tough decisions about rising costs. Growing up as part of a small family business in Leeds, I learned what a struggling economy does to small businesses, jobs, and to working class people. And serving as a Marine in Afghanistan and Iraq taught me to stand strong for what's right in the face of adversity. I'm Jared Golden, and that's why in Congress, I'm an independent voice for you, taking on my own party to stand up for Maine families. I was the only Democrat to vote against trillions of dollars of President Biden's agenda because I knew it would make inflation worse. I've stood with law enforcement against defunding the police. I support cutting the gas tax and increasing domestic oil production. I'm working to lower prescription drug costs and standing firm against any cuts to Social Security and Medicare. I'll always be an independent fighter for you. I'm Jared Golden, and this is my family. I approve this message because when it comes to doing what's right for your family, I'll never back down.
Remember those summers that were just so perfectly summer?
Brian, come on!
The people, the places, those moments are still out there.
I'm Brian.
Waiting to be found.
Ready, Brian?
Summer won't last forever, so make the most of it during Toyota's National Sales Event.
Come and get an electrified all-wheel drive Highlander hybrid with 35 mpg and up to a 598-mile driving range. Plus, get affordable 1.9% financing on Highlander.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
The tastiest week on all of television. It's Cookie Week!
With the TikTok grandma who went viral.
Plus, Catherine Hahn, the spinoff from WandaVision. What can we know? And
you know, I'm not crazy about sweets. I'd rather eat a pickle than a cake.
I feel like a pregnant woman.
Thank you.
Next, Drew.
The Drew Barrymore Show, Monday at 3 on Fox 22.
And here's a look at some of the upbeat stories making headlines today.
More than 20 teams competed in touch rugby tournaments on a floating pitch in Lake Geneva this weekend. The event honors the 50th anniversary of Swiss rugby. Vintage airplanes, the Army Golden Knights, and F-22 fighter jets thrilled fans in Chicago, including those who packed along Lake Michigan's waterfront. The Chicago Air and Water Show claims to be the largest free show of its kind in the world. Just in time for football season, the USDA says the wholesale cost of chicken wings has hit their lowest monthly average since May of 2020. There was even a reported shortage at one point. Owners at a restaurant in Denver say it cost them $100,000 a year more the last few years. And an Iowa couple, Nick Buckton and his girlfriend Mackenzie Berger, got engaged in front of the famous butter cow at the Iowa State Fair this weekend. He popped the question with the help of the cow's sculptor and the support of well-wishers. And those are some of the other stories making headlines on ABC 7.
Inflation is taking a bite out of Americans' wallets, and with back to school around the corner, many parents are trying to score deals and save some money.
Fox's Ashley Strawmeyer has some tips that are sure to have you save some cash.
As a parent, you want to buy the 25-cent folder. You can't find them.
The National Retail Federation predicts families will spend an average of $864 on school supplies this year. And for college students, that expense is expected to be even higher. The NRF also says more than a third of people say they are cutting back in other areas so they can buy supplies for the school year. So how do you keep your costs down? Retail experts say some of the best tips include searching for coupons and skipping the name brands.
Staples, True Red, they have an amazing selection. So their True Red composition notebooks and their regular notebooks, 35 cents compared to over $3 for the name brand.
Also head online to score those deals.
You want to download the Target, Walmart apps because you're going to find that some of those offer exclusive in-app secret deals you will not find if you just walk in the store or you shop online.
Shoppers can also use price comparisons and discount apps.
There's one called Flip. Flip is free to use, and it will show you all of the sales circulars that are going on at all the stores near you.
Retailers' reward programs may also be a way to save money. Other money-saving experts say look at any items you may have that are left over from last year. You can also shop for refurbished and like-new items. And if you're looking to save money on clothes, you may want to think about waiting until after Labor Day if you can. That's when some retailers will offer discounts. Ashley Strohmeyer, Fox News.
Now with one final look at our full weather forecast, here's meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Good morning, Devin.
Hey, Joe and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, there's a look at the fog again this morning, mainly near Bar Harbor and Rockland as of earlier this morning. Other areas we may have to watch out for some patchy dense fog in a few spots. There's no advisories in effect as of this update, though, so we're looking pretty decent out there overall for everyone else. We just got to watch out for the fog that will go away soon. But clouds are moving in from the southwest, going toward the north and east, and that's because we are watching another system moving in from the southwest going toward the north and east, and this will bring in some scattered showers and thunderstorms that will be on the way as well, and of course some up and down swings of the dew points and the temperatures too. So here's this area of low pressure here moving to the north and east, so by later on tonight scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible with some decent rainfall that will be on the way too, which is good news. Here's the latest drought monitor out there. We're still moderate to severe drought across a good part of the state, so with up to maybe an inch of rainfall on the way, this will be some good news from many areas that have been seeing drought. But it's calm out there this morning. Look at the wave height. It's only at around 2 feet according to many of the buoys out there, so it's quiet out there this morning, hence why there's no small crowd advisories in effect. Water temperatures are pretty decent too, in the upper 60s, so if you're looking to do some swimming, a little cool, but overall not too bad moving forward for August. But again, maybe a few gusty winds on the way, so maybe some gusts reaching up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour, maybe close to 20 miles per hour along the coast as we move forward again. But as we head towards Tuesday, maybe a few gusty winds again, but nothing too extreme on the way anytime soon. Alright, our average high temperature is now 79 degrees. We'll be in the lower 80s today, so not too far away from our average high. Cooling off a little bit on Tuesday after the chance for rain moves in. Then lower to middle 80s Wednesday into Thursday, falling back a little bit by Friday and a Saturday again, the upper 70s. Lower 80s on the way again. As we head towards your Sunday, dew points will be up and down a little bit too. Look at these dew points getting up into the 60s for the next few days, though. Then really shooting up to the middle of the upper 60s by Wednesday, getting close to the 70s by Thursday before a system moves through and drops us back into more comfortable territory by Friday, then shooting right back up into the lower 60s again as we head towards your Saturday. UV-index forecast for today, despite the clouds, will be at a 6 as considered high. A burn time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Futurecast for today, though, some clouds will be on the way today. By about 7 to 8 o'clock tonight, this rain of showers and thunderstorms moves in. They'll watch for some heavy downpours from time to time, too. We'll get that through overnight, but a few scattered showers lingering into the morning period tomorrow, some fog as well. But throughout the day, the rain chances will gradually back off, and maybe some sunshine will try to peek out. It will struggle in a few spots, but the sun will try to peek out later on. Maybe a few more scattered showers on the way as we head towards parts of Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Overall, a pretty small chance. But the rainfall chances looking pretty good out there, up to 1, maybe 2 inches in a few spots before we're all finished up. This is over drought-stricken areas, so this is some good news that's on the way. So a forecast for today, lower 80s, mostly cloudy with that south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 60s, showers and thunderstorms, some dense fog as well. Northwest breeze at about 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, middle 70s, scattered rain showers in a few spots and gradual clearing in a few spots too. Maybe a few pop-up showers and a few rumbles of thunder by tomorrow night too, with that south breeze getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. More storms on the way as we head towards Wednesday. Highs in the low 80s. A smaller chance for storms on Thursday. Otherwise partly cloudy. The more storms again by Friday. Highs in the upper 70s.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. Choose from Daikin, Fujitsu, or Mitsubishi heat pumps, and you'll be ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
Bathfitter doesn't just fit your bath. We fit your life. When a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in as little as a day. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards with a lifetime guarantee. Bathfitter. It just fits.
Now, with $600 off a complete bath system, it fits your budget too. We've never had a promotion this big, so call or click now.
For a better center to serve you, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. For a bigger selection of trusted brands, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. And to better service your ride, no matter the size, Bangor Tire has moved to Herman. Master mechanics, free shuttle service, and the fair deals you deserve. Take Littlefield Avenue to Bangor Tire, beside Dysart's in Herman. BangorTire.com.
We're more than just a tire store.
Yes. 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 I'll have what she's having. And you can too. Get ready for the good dish. Delicious twist on your favorite comfort foods. Decadent desserts you can whip up in no time. And game-changing shortcuts. What's for dinner is about to get way easier. And way more fun than doing the dishes. So get ready to get dishing.
Weekdays at 1 on Fox 22.
If you think it takes too long to make a to-die-for from-scratch dinner that your family will love, it's time to think again. That's right. You probably have the ingredients right in your pantry. So let's get started. We begin by sautéing some chopped garlic and onion in a good amount of olive oil until they're tender. To that, we add a can of crushed tomatoes, some black olives that we've cut in half, and a little salt and pepper. While this simmers for a bit, we drain some pasta that will serve it over. Now we add chicken broth and a little sugar. You see, the sugar reduces the acidity in the tomatoes. Come dinner time, all that's left to do is serve our homemade sauce over a piping hot pasta and top it with fresh basil. Maybe team that with a salad and a loaf of crusty bread for a meal that's restaurant worthy. To get the recipe for what we call pasta rustica, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found one of Kelly's favorite ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Yummy?
A California kid is showing that he's more than a triple threat after learning how to play more than 100 instruments, all by the age of 16. Neil Nayar is a bit of a music prodigy, mastering 117 instruments in just 16 years. And he's not stopping there. The teen hopes to connect people and cultures through music by teaching others and learning how to play instruments that are not in the mainstream.
You might be wondering how Nayar got to learn 117 instruments in such a short time. He says he got a head start with his parents, playing music for him before he was even born.
Play the music, it breaks all the barriers of the language. In this case,
music connects with people. It doesn't matter what genre it is, it still connects.
Nayar is working on an album with some tracks featuring up to 100 instruments on them. His dream is to one day play along with Coldplay or Imagine Dragons.